God is weeping for you. A wealthy person's final words were about you, and a gift has been released in your name. Listen this right now before it's taken back. Do not scroll past this moment because something precious has already been set into motion over your life. And if you ignore this stirring in your heart, you may delay a blessing that heaven has carefully prepared just for you. I am weeping for you, not because you are forgotten, but because you have carried silent pain for so long while still trying to remain faithful and strong in the middle of your battles. A wealthy person's final words were about you because I placed your name in their spirit before they took their last breath. And what they released was not ordinary, but marked by divine instruction and purpose. Write 1111 in the comments right now as a sign that you receive this word over your life. I am revealing this quickly because the gift that has been released in your name is connected to obedience and awareness. And you must understand that spiritual blessings often require your attention and faith to fully manifest in the physical world. The wealthy person's final words were not random, and they were not spoken lightly. Because I stirred their heart to remember you and to speak life, provision, and restoration connected to your future. I am weeping for you because you have questioned your worth in quiet moments, yet heaven has been defending your name and preparing compensation for what you lost in seasons of betrayal and hardship. Before you continue listening, gently press the like button as an act of agreement with what I am doing for you, because this simple action is a seed of faith that aligns your heart with what has already been released in your name. Understand clearly what this means for you right now, because when I say that a wealthy person's final words were about you, I am speaking about influence, authority, and resources being redirected under divine guidance toward your life. This is not only about money or possessions, but about doors opening, opportunities shifting, and favor locating you in ways that cannot be explained by human reasoning alone. I am weeping for you because you endured seasons where you felt invisible while others advanced, yet during those same seasons I was arranging a gift in your name that would answer prayers you whispered in exhaustion. Listen carefully before it is taken back, not because I am eager to remove it, but because neglect and doubt can cause delays that you no longer need in this chapter of your journey. The wealthy person's final words carried weight in the spiritual realm, and what was spoken created movement that angels have been guarding over your life since that very moment. I allowed your name to be remembered because you have remained faithful in small things, even when larger promises seemed distant and out of reach. I am weeping for you with compassion, not sorrow without hope, because I see how close you are to stepping into something that will change the direction of your family line and restore dignity to your story. The gift released in your name is attached to timing, and this is why I am urging you to stay attentive, prayerful, and open to receive what I am unfolding step by step. There were nights when you felt that heaven was silent, yet during those same nights, I was positioning people, conversations, and confirmations that would eventually connect back to the final words spoken about you. The wealthy person did not fully understand why your name pressed upon their heart, but I understood, and I guided their thoughts so that provision and blessing would not end with them, but would continue forward into your hands. I am weeping for you because you underestimated how valuable you are in my sight, and still I chose you to carry something that others may not have handled with gratitude and humility. This gift in your name is more than material increase, because it carries restoration, renewed confidence, and visible evidence that I never abandoned you during your struggle. You must guard your heart from fear and disbelief in this hour, because when blessings approach, opposition often attempts to distract and discourage. The instruction to listen right now before it is taken back is a call to remain spiritually alert and emotionally steady, not to panic but to align yourself with what I am doing behind the scenes. I am weeping for you with a father's heart, that longs to see you walk fully into what has been prepared, without shrinking back due to memories of past disappointments. Type Amen in the comments as a declaration that you trust my timing and receive what has been released in your name. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I wanted you to know that your life has impact beyond what you see, and that even in rooms you never entered, your name was spoken with purpose. The gift released in your name carries proof that I can move through unexpected channels to bless you, protect you, and position you where you belong. You must understand that when I say listen before it is taken back, I am calling you into alignment and readiness, because blessings require stewardship and courage once they arrive at your door. Nothing about this is accidental, and nothing about your inclusion in those final words was a mistake or a random thought that passed through a fading mind. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I allowed your story to cross their heart at a sacred moment when earthly control was slipping away and eternal awareness was becoming clearer. In that sacred space, influence surrendered to my authority, and resources were released under my direction for purposes that go beyond comfort and convenience. The gift in your name carries responsibility, and it carries restoration, and it carries the evidence that I saw every hidden sacrifice you made without applause or recognition. I am weeping for you because you once believed that your efforts were unnoticed, yet heaven was recording each act of kindness and each silent prayer. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow, but the page could vanish anytime. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. This gift that has been released in your name is not meant to overwhelm you, but it is meant to elevate you into a new level of trust and obedience that you have been preparing for without realizing it. There were moments when you felt overlooked while others gained opportunities quickly. Yet in those same moments I was shaping your character so that when increase arrived you would not lose your humility or compassion. The wealthy person's final words were not just about material provision, but about transferring influence and access that will position you to bless others as you have long desired to do. I am weeping for you because I see how often you prayed for others to rise, while quietly asking me to simply sustain you. Listen carefully now, because what has been released in your name may not arrive in the exact form you imagined, yet it will carry unmistakable fingerprints of my guidance. It may come through a conversation, an unexpected connection, a legal shift, or a door that once seemed permanently closed but now opens with ease. The wealthy person's final words created momentum, and I have assigned guardianship over that momentum until the proper moment for manifestation is fully matured. I am weeping for you with tenderness, because you have feared disappointment so deeply that you sometimes hesitate to hope with boldness. You must not shrink back when you begin to see signs of movement, because doubt can cause you to misinterpret what is meant for your elevation. The instruction to listen right now before it is taken back is not about punishment, but about readiness and faith that cooperates with what I have already decreed. I am calling you to prepare your heart, organize your thoughts, and release any bitterness that could block the full flow of what has been set aside for you. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I desired to demonstrate that I can use even the final breath of a human life to plant seeds of restoration for another. There were tears you cried in private that no one comforted, yet I was present in every one of those nights, and I counted them as offerings of perseverance. The gift released in your name carries healing for those tears, and it carries stability for areas of your life that once felt fragile and uncertain. I am weeping for you, not from sadness alone, but from deep compassion that longs to see you finally exhale without fear of the next hardship arriving unexpectedly. You have been living cautiously, guarding your heart from further pain. Yet I am now inviting you to step into a season where guardedness gives way to gratitude. The wealthy person's final words were, "About you, because I wanted you to know that your name travels further than you think and touches spaces you never physically entered. Even when you felt small in comparison to others with louder voices and greater visibility, your quiet faithfulness carried weight in realms beyond your awareness. The gift in your name is connected to purpose, and purpose always extends beyond personal comfort into impact that blesses communities and families. I am weeping for you because I know how often you questioned whether your life truly mattered in the grand design of my plan. This next phase will require you to trust me more deeply than before, because increase often stretches the soul in ways that comfort never could. The gift released in your name is not simply a reward for surviving difficult seasons, but a commission to rise into influence with humility and integrity. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I entrusted you with something that requires a heart that has been refined by struggle and softened by compassion. I am weeping for you because I remember every time you chose kindness when resentment would have been easier and more natural. You will begin to notice subtle confirmations that align with what I am speaking over you now, and those confirmations are meant to strengthen your confidence rather than inflate your pride. Guard your thoughts carefully, because as the gift in your name moves closer to visibility, whispers of doubt may attempt to tell you that it belongs to someone more qualified or more deserving. I am weeping for you because you have underestimated your preparation and overlooked the growth that has quietly taken place within you over the years. The wealthy person's final words carried intention, and intention under my authority always finds its destination. When the manifestation becomes clear, do not forget the path that led you here, because humility will protect what has been entrusted to you. The gift released in your name is not fragile, but your stewardship will determine how far its impact extends beyond your immediate needs. I am weeping for you with joy mixed into that tenderness, because I see the future unfolding in ways that will silence past doubts and restore confidence that was chipped away by repeated disappointments. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that you would know that even in moments of ending, I am creating beginnings that carry my signature. Remain attentive in prayer and steady in gratitude, because gratitude prepares the soil for continued increase and sustained peace. I am not finished with what I have planned for you, and this gift is only one layer of a broader unfolding that will stretch into years you have not yet imagined. I am weeping for you because you are closer to breakthrough than you realize, and the heaviness you carried was never meant to define your identity. I am still weeping for you, yet now my tears carry anticipation because what has been released in your name is drawing nearer to visibility and substance. The wealthy person's final words did not fade into silence after they were spoken, because I sealed them with intention and directed their impact toward your future. The gift in your name has been moving quietly through processes, paperwork, conversations, and decisions that you were not present to influence, yet my hand has remained steady over each step. Listen with a steady heart, because the reason I urge you to stay aware is that recognition and readiness will determine how smoothly you step into what is already prepared. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. You have wondered at times whether you were forgotten in rooms where powerful decisions were being made, yet your name was carried into one of those rooms at a moment when eternity felt closer than time. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I stirred memory and compassion within them, and in that stirring I redirected what might have ended with them into something that continues through you. The gift released in your name is connected to inheritance in a broader sense, because inheritance is not only wealth, but access, credibility, and open pathways. I am weeping for you, because you have walked through seasons where doors closed in your face without explanation, and now I am opening one that cannot be easily shut. This next unfolding will test your ability to believe without seeing every detail, because the movement of a blessing often begins beneath the surface long before it becomes public. The wealthy person's final words created a ripple that has already altered the direction of certain outcomes in your favor. There are signatures being aligned, conversations being influenced, and timelines being adjusted in ways that protect your portion from interference. I am weeping for you with a tenderness that comes from watching you endure delays without abandoning your faith. The gift in your name carries evidence that I can work through people you barely knew and through circumstances you never planned. It will not only provide for you, but it will restore your sense of being valued and seen in ways that past experiences tried to erase. The wealthy person's final words were not spoken to create drama or attention, but to establish continuity of generosity that reflects my own heart toward you. I am weeping for you because you once felt that increase belonged to others while you were destined only to survive. Yet survival was only the foundation for something greater. As this blessing approaches manifestation, you must guard your humility and your peace carefully, because sudden change can stir both gratitude and anxiety. The gift released in your name is meant to stabilize areas of your life that have felt uncertain for too long. It may arrive as financial provision, but it may also appear as authority, partnership, or opportunity that multiplies over time. I am weeping for you because I remember how you stretched limited resources to meet responsibilities while still giving to others whenever you could. You have carried responsibilities quietly without complaining loudly, and I have counted that discipline as preparation. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I desired to honor consistency that did not depend on applause. The gift in your name is aligned with your character, not just your need, because I do not release influence into hands that are not ready to handle it with wisdom. I am weeping for you because your heart remained soft even after being misunderstood and overlooked. There will be moments when you look back and realize that what seemed like rejection was protection from misaligned paths that would have distracted you from this present unfolding. The wealthy person's final words redirected a stream that might have flowed elsewhere, and now that stream is flowing toward your life with purpose. The gift released in your name carries a testimony within it, and that testimony will remind you that I am not limited by timing, distance, or human oversight. I am weeping for you because you underestimated how intricately I have been weaving your story behind the scenes. When you begin to see tangible evidence of this shift, resist the urge to question whether it is truly meant for you. The gift in your name has your identity attached to it in ways that cannot be mistaken or transferred without consequence. The wealthy person's final words were sealed in a moment when clarity was stronger than pride, and what was spoken carried sincerity and intention. I am weeping for you because I know how long you have waited for something that feels unmistakably yours. You must also understand that this blessing is not isolated from your calling, because provision and purpose often travel together under my guidance. The gift released in your name is connected to future impact that stretches beyond your own household and into the lives of others who will benefit from your obedience. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that the flow of generosity would not end, but continue in alignment with my heart. I am weeping for you because I see the ripple effect your obedience will create in places you have not yet visited. Remain steady in gratitude, and do not allow fear of loss to overshadow joy of arrival. The instruction to listen before it is taken back is a call to stay engaged spiritually, not a threat designed to frighten you. What I release with intention, I protect with authority, yet your awareness ensures that you do not overlook the doorway when it opens. I am weeping for you because I know the weight of disappointment you once carried, and I desire for this new chapter to replace heaviness with hope. The wealthy person's final words continue to carry significance, and their influence did not end with their earthly departure. The gift in your name is a sign that endings in one life can become beginnings in another under my direction. I am weaving restoration through circumstances that once seemed unrelated to your prayers, yet every detail has been guided with precision. I am weeping for you, because I see the moment approaching when relief will wash over you, and you will finally understand that you were never forgotten. Stand ready with faith that is steady and humble, because what has been released in your name is not fragile, but it is sacred. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that you would know that I can move hearts, even at the edge of eternity, for the sake of your future. The gift in your name is confirmation that I defend you, provide for you, and elevate you according to timing that serves your growth rather than your impatience. I am still weeping for you. Yet now my tears are filled with joy, because the shift you have prayed for is closer than you dare to imagine, and what was spoken over you is steadily finding its way into your hands. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once-hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. The gift in your name is moving closer to manifestation through channels that appear ordinary on the surface, yet are directed by my authority beneath what you can see. Listen closely in this hour, because the sensitivity of your spirit will help you recognize the doorway when it stands open before you. You have walked through long stretches of uncertainty where you questioned whether your prayers were delayed or denied, yet those delays were shaping your capacity to receive without losing balance. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I desired to reward faithfulness that did not fade when applause was absent. The gift released in your name is not simply provision for a moment, but positioning for a future that will require courage and integrity. I am weeping for you, because you once felt that your story would remain small and contained, yet I have been preparing you for influence that stretches beyond what you imagined possible. As this blessing approaches visibility, you may feel both excitement and hesitation rising within you at the same time. That mixture of emotions is natural, because change often carries both relief and responsibility. The wealthy person's final words carried clarity that came from a place of reflection, and in that clarity I placed your name intentionally so that continuation would flow through you. The gift in your name carries restoration for losses that once seemed permanent, and it carries affirmation that your endurance was not wasted energy. I am weeping for you because I remember the times you doubted your value while still choosing to serve others faithfully. Those quiet sacrifices were seeds planted in unseen soil, and now those seeds are beginning to break through the surface in ways that will confirm my nearness to you. The wealthy person's final words were not an afterthought, but a deliberate release under my direction. The gift released in your name is tied to purpose, and purpose is always protected until the appointed moment arrives. There will be conversations soon that feel surprisingly favorable, and you may sense a shift in tone from those who once overlooked you. Do not be startled by this shift, because I have been softening hearts and aligning circumstances long before you recognized movement. The wealthy person's final words created a pathway, and that pathway is now clearing obstacles that once seemed immovable. I am weeping for you because you endured misunderstanding without retaliating, and now vindication will speak gently but clearly on your behalf. The gift in your name will not only bless you, but it will stabilize areas of your life that have felt fragile and unpredictable. You will notice a strengthening in your confidence that does not come from pride, but from assurance that I am actively involved in your story. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that continuity of blessing would flow through a vessel prepared by perseverance. I am weeping for you because you once carried responsibilities alone while hiding your fatigue from others. As you step closer to this unfolding, guard your heart against comparison, because comparison can dull the joy of receiving what is uniquely designed for you. The gift released in your name is tailored to your journey, your temperament, and your calling. It will fit in ways that feel natural rather than forced, and that is how you will recognize its authenticity. I am weeping for you because I have watched you measure yourself against others when your path was always distinct and carefully designed. There may be moments when doubt attempts to whisper that this shift is temporary or fragile, yet what I establish under my authority is not easily undone. The wealthy person's final words carried weight beyond human perception, and that weight secured your portion in ways that cannot be casually reversed. The gift in your name is protected by intention, and intention under my guidance does not evaporate without fulfillment. I am weeping for you because I know how disappointment once trained you to expect less than what I truly prepared. When evidence begins to appear, remain humble and grateful, because gratitude will safeguard your peace as increase unfolds. The gift released in your name is not meant to isolate you, but to empower you to extend generosity in ways that reflect my heart. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I trusted you to carry forward a legacy without arrogance. I am weeping for you because your heart has remained teachable even after seasons that could have hardened you. You will sense a lifting of pressure in areas where you once felt constant strain, and that relief will signal that transition is fully underway. The gift in your name may arrive gradually rather than suddenly, yet its consistency will confirm that it is rooted in something deeper than temporary fortune. The wealthy person's final words created a bridge between an ending and your new beginning. I am weeping for you because you did not give up during the waiting, even when you could not see evidence of progress. Do not rush ahead of the unfolding, and do not attempt to control every detail, because trust will allow you to walk through this doorway with steadiness. The gift released in your name will align with opportunities that feel peaceful rather than chaotic. I am guiding timing carefully so that what arrives strengthens rather than overwhelms you. I am weeping for you because I see the growth that has taken place within you, and I know you are now ready for what once would have intimidated you. The wealthy person's final words continue to echo in the spiritual realm, and that echo is not fading but intensifying as fulfillment draws near. The gift in your name is proof that I can turn final moments into fresh beginnings for someone who remained faithful in obscurity. You are not standing on the edge of something fragile, but on the threshold of something intentional that has been measured carefully for your life. Listen with calm focus, because awareness in this season will help you walk forward without hesitation when confirmation appears before you. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. There are movements happening in places you cannot access physically, yet those movements are responding to what was spoken about you. The wealthy person's final words were not casual or emotional in a fleeting way, but reflective and deliberate. and I guided that reflection so that continuity would favor you. The gift in your name has been preserved through transitions, reviewed through processes, and protected from interference that could have diverted it elsewhere. I am weeping for you because you once felt powerless in systems that overlooked your effort, yet I have been working within those systems to secure what belongs to you. You have carried quiet discouragement at times, especially when you saw others experience visible breakthroughs while you remained in preparation. Those years were not wasted or forgotten, because preparation created stability within you that will now sustain what is arriving. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I recognized in you a heart that would not squander, increase recklessly. The gift released in your name is aligned with growth you have already experienced, even when you did not recognize how much you had matured. As this blessing approaches manifestation, you may begin to notice subtle signs that momentum is building. Conversations may feel different, opportunities may appear unexpectedly, and doors that once resisted you may now respond with openness. The wealthy person's final words created a turning point that extended beyond their lifetime and into your present moment. I am weeping for you because I know how often you felt that turning points passed you by while you remained in the background. The gift in your name carries more than provision, because it carries restoration of confidence that was weakened by repeated setbacks. You once questioned whether your efforts mattered, yet I have been shaping circumstances so that what was spoken over you would find a clear path. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I wanted you to experience tangible evidence that I can move hearts even at the end of a life. I am weeping for you because you doubted your significance while heaven was actively defending your portion. When clarity comes, do not allow fear to whisper that this could disappear as quickly as it appeared. The instruction to listen before it is taken back was never meant to create anxiety, but to awaken attentiveness and gratitude. What I establish with intention is not easily undone, yet your awareness ensures that you do not miss the moment when action is required. I am weeping for you because I know how past disappointments trained you to brace yourself for loss rather than expect blessing. The wealthy person's final words carried weight that reached beyond human emotion and into spiritual authority. That weight secured your name in ways that cannot be casually erased by oversight or opposition. The gift released in your name has been sealed with purpose, and purpose under my guidance does not dissolve without fulfillment. I am weeping for you because I watched you continue to give kindness even when you felt overlooked and undervalued. As evidence unfolds, remain grounded and grateful, because gratitude will protect your peace during transition. The gift in your name may require decisions that stretch your comfort, yet those decisions will align with growth you have already experienced internally. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I trusted you to carry forward something meaningful without allowing pride to distort it. I am weeping for you because humility has remained intact within you despite seasons that could have hardened your heart. There will be moments when you look back and recognize that rejection once shielded you from paths that would have diverted you away from this current alignment. The gift released in your name is connected to timing that could not have occurred earlier without causing strain. I have adjusted circumstances gradually so that when manifestation appears, you will have the capacity to sustain it. I am weeping for you because your patience was tested repeatedly, yet you did not abandon hope entirely. The wealthy person's final words continue to echo with relevance because they were anchored in sincerity rather than impulse. That sincerity opened a channel that has remained active under my supervision. The gift in your name is a continuation of generosity that reflects my heart toward you. I am weeping for you because I know how deeply you longed for reassurance that your life was not passing unnoticed. You may soon feel a shift in your environment that signals stabilization where instability once ruled. That stabilization is part of the gift in your name, because peace and provision often arrive together when guided by my hand. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that you would understand that even endings can serve your beginning. I am weeping for you, because the heaviness you carried was never meant to define your identity or determine your future. Stand firm as momentum builds, and resist the urge to retreat into caution when opportunity approaches. The gift released in your name has been shaped to fit your life rather than overwhelm it. I am guiding each step so that what arrives strengthens your foundation instead of shaking it. I am weeping for you because I see the relief that is coming, and I know how deeply you need to feel secure after years of uncertainty. The wealthy person's final words remain active in the spiritual realm, and their influence has not faded with time. The gift in your name is proof that I can redirect influence towards someone who remained faithful in obscurity. I am still weeping for you, yet my tears now reflect joy because the waiting season is yielding to fulfillment. There were forces that could have redirected what was spoken over you, yet I intervened quietly to protect the pathway that leads to your portion. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I allowed memory and conviction to rise within them at a time when truth feels sharper than pride. In that sacred moment, resources, influence, and unfinished intentions were redirected under my authority toward your future. I am weeping for you because you once believed that powerful people would never consider you, yet your name was carried into significance through my guidance. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. The gift in your name has passed through stages of confirmation that you did not witness, yet each stage strengthened its legitimacy and stability. It has been reviewed, affirmed, and shielded from misplacement in ways that demonstrate my oversight. The wealthy person's final words created more than a statement, because they activated movement that continues to progress toward fulfillment. I am weeping for you because you underestimated how deeply I was involved in securing what belongs to you. As this transition becomes tangible, you may feel both relief and responsibility settling upon you at the same time. Relief will come from knowing that provision and recognition are no longer distant possibilities, and responsibility will come from understanding that what arrives must be stewarded wisely. The gift released in your name is aligned with character that has been refined through hardship. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I trusted the maturity that has quietly grown within you. You once felt unseen in rooms where decisions were made without your presence, yet I have been positioning your name in conversations you could not access. The gift in your name is connected to access that will open new spaces and create pathways where resistance once blocked progress. I am weeping for you because you endured exclusion without surrendering to bitterness. That restraint has prepared you to handle inclusion with humility rather than arrogance. There may soon be a moment when confirmation arrives in a way that feels almost surreal, and you will sense a shift that cannot be dismissed as coincidence. The wealthy person's final words were not symbolic alone but practical in their consequence, and that consequence is now moving into visibility. The gift released in your name will carry evidence that aligns perfectly with what was spoken. I am weeping for you, because you once doubted whether your story could change direction so decisively. Guard your heart carefully when manifestation appears, because sudden increase can tempt the mind to rush ahead of wisdom. The gift in your name is meant to stabilize and strengthen, not to create reckless expansion or unnecessary pressure. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that continuation of generosity would rest in hands that value gratitude. I am weeping for you, because I see how deeply you appreciate even small blessings, and that gratitude will protect larger ones. There were seasons when you wondered whether your endurance was being tested beyond fairness, yet those seasons built resilience that will now serve you well. The gift released in your name will require calm decisions and thoughtful stewardship. I have shaped your perspective through struggle so that success will not distort your priorities. I am weeping for you, because I remember every quiet compromise you refused to make, even when it would have been easier. The wealthy person's final words continue to hold influence, because sincerity carries weight in realms that human eyes cannot see. That weight has anchored your portion securely, preventing it from being casually diverted or forgotten. The gift in your name is not dependent on fluctuating opinions, but on intention, sealed under my authority. I am weeping for you, because you once feared that influence always favored others, yet I have redirected influence toward you deliberately. As fulfillment draws near, remain anchored in prayer and reflection, because stillness will help you navigate transition without confusion. The gift released in your name may open opportunities that stretch your comfort zone, yet growth often requires stepping into spaces that once seemed intimidating. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I recognized your potential to multiply what you receive rather than consume it carelessly. I am weeping for you, because your heart has remained teachable despite experiences that could have hardened you. There will be clarity soon regarding steps you must take, and those steps will feel guided rather than forced. The gift in your name will not demand panic or haste, but steady action aligned with wisdom. I am orchestrating details so that when you move, you do so with confidence rather than uncertainty. I am weeping for you because I see the relief that is coming, and I know how long you have carried weight alone. The wealthy person's final words have created continuity that extends beyond their lifetime into your present reality. What seemed like an ending for one has become a beginning for you under my direction. The gift released in your name is confirmation that I can transform final moments into forward movement. For someone who remained faithful in obscurity, I am still weeping for you. Yet my tears now carry celebration, because the season of waiting is shifting into the season of receiving. You are not stepping into something temporary, but into alignment that has been cultivated patiently and protected carefully. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that you would know that influence, provision, and opportunity can converge under my authority for your good. The gift in your name is approaching manifestation with steadiness and legitimacy. I am weeping for you, because the uncertainty that once overshadowed your days is giving way to assurance that I have been guiding every unseen detail, and what was spoken over you is finding its place within your hands exactly as intended. There were attempts to complicate what was spoken over you, yet I untangled those complications before they could grow strong enough to obstruct your portion. The wealthy person's final words carried authority because sincerity marked them, and I reinforced that sincerity with my own oversight. The gift released in your name has been preserved from confusion, misdirection, and delay beyond what was necessary for your preparation. I am weeping for you because you once felt that blessings required constant struggle, yet this one will arrive with confirmation rather than chaos. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. You may begin to notice a change in the way certain people respond to you, because alignment often shifts perception before it shifts circumstances completely. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that your season would turn without fanfare, yet with undeniable effect. The gift in your name will not demand that you force outcomes, because it is structured to unfold through doors that open naturally. I am weeping for you, because I remember how often you knocked on doors that refused to open, and now you will see doors opening without strain. The growth that occurred in you during seasons of obscurity is about to reveal its purpose. The gift released in your name is compatible with the patience you learned and the restraint you practiced. I shaped your responses through hardship, so that when influence expands, you will not lose the humility that keeps you grounded. I am weeping for you because you questioned whether those lessons were necessary, yet they are now protecting what is being placed into your hands. As manifestation continues, you may sense a calm confidence replacing the tension that once followed you daily. That calm is not accidental, but the result of alignment settling into place. The wealthy person's final words created movement that is now reaching its destination with steadiness. The gift in your name will not overwhelm you because I have measured it according to your capacity rather than your impatience. You have lived cautiously at times, bracing for setbacks even during good moments. The gift released in your name is teaching you that blessing does not always arrive with hidden cost or sudden loss. The wealthy person's final words were about you, because I wanted to demonstrate that I can redirect legacy toward someone who remained faithful in quiet places. I am weeping for you because you carried hope carefully, afraid to let it grow too large. There will be practical confirmations that make this transition unmistakable, and those confirmations will anchor your confidence. The gift in your name may show itself through documents, agreements, approvals, or opportunities that align perfectly with what was spoken. I am guiding each detail so that legitimacy surrounds what you receive. I am weeping for you because I know how deeply you need to see tangible proof that your waiting was not in vain. Do not rush to announce what is unfolding before it is fully established, because discretion will protect your peace. The wealthy person's final words carried intention that deserves respect and thoughtful stewardship. The gift released in your name is not a spectacle, but a sacred continuation of generosity. I am weeping for you because you have learned to value substance over noise, and that wisdom will guard this new chapter. There may be moments when you reflect on the path that led here and feel astonished by how intricately events were arranged. What once seemed like unrelated delays and disappointments were actually positioning you precisely for this alignment. The wealthy person's final words were part of a larger design that required your readiness. I am weeping for you because I see the depth of endurance that shaped you into someone capable of handling this transition with grace. The gift in your name is not only provision but affirmation that your life carries weight and significance. You once believed that influence was reserved for others with louder voices or greater visibility. Now you will understand that quiet faithfulness carries authority of its own. I am weeping for you because I watched you continue forward when you felt unseen, and that perseverance is now being honored. As the unfolding continues, remain attentive to guidance that comes through prayer and reflection. The gift released in your name will open pathways that require thoughtful decisions rather than impulsive reactions. I will direct you gently so that each step builds stability rather than pressure. I am weeping for you because I remember the nights you felt uncertain about tomorrow, and tomorrow is now becoming steady beneath your feet. The wealthy person's final words have not diminished with time, but have gained strength as fulfillment approaches. Influence that was once beyond your reach is now aligning with your life in ways that feel both surprising and fitting. The gift in your name is a testimony that endings can become beginnings under my authority. I am still weeping for you, yet My tears now carry celebration, because what was spoken over you is no longer distant promise, but unfolding reality. You are stepping into a chapter where stability replaces strain and clarity replaces confusion. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that legacy would not end in silence, but continue in purpose. The gift released in your name is settling into place with legitimacy and protection. I am weeping for you because I see the relief that is arriving, and I know how long you have carried the weight of uncertainty alone. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I determined that continuation of blessing would not end with them, but flow into someone who understood perseverance and humility. What they released carried sincerity that aligned with my heart, and I strengthened that sincerity with protection that shielded it from diversion. The gift in your name has passed through scrutiny, confirmation, and alignment until every detail stood in agreement with purpose. I am weeping for you because you once believed that influence and provision were reserved for those with louder voices, yet I have chosen to honor quiet faithfulness in you. As this chapter fully opens, you will notice that what arrives feels structured rather than chaotic. The gift released in your name will not demand frantic adjustment or reckless decisions because I have measured its arrival carefully to match your readiness. The wealthy person's final words created a bridge between their ending and your beginning, and that bridge has now carried you into a new landscape of stability. I am weeping for you because you walked across uncertain ground for so long, never knowing when it would feel solid again. There may be practical confirmations that anchor your understanding of what is unfolding, and those confirmations will not require you to force belief. Documents may align, agreements may finalize, conversations may resolve with surprising ease, and each development will reinforce what was spoken over you. The gift in your name will carry legitimacy that withstands scrutiny and doubt. I am weeping for you because I know how many times you prepared yourself for disappointment instead of expecting completion. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. The wealthy person's final words did not create temporary change, but established lasting movement under my guidance. That movement has now reached a stage where its presence can no longer be ignored or dismissed. The gift, released in your name, will begin to influence decisions and opportunities in ways that create momentum rather than resistance. I am weeping for you because the weight you carried is lifting, and I see the relief forming across your future. As fulfillment continues, guard your humility carefully, because humility will preserve what pride could easily distort. The gift in your name is aligned with character that has been shaped through hardship, and that character is your greatest protection. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that generosity would continue through someone who values stewardship over display. I am weeping for you because you have always desired substance over applause. There will be moments when gratitude rises unexpectedly, and you may feel overwhelmed by how precisely events were arranged. What once appeared as delay was in truth alignment, and what seemed like rejection was protection from misplacement. The gift released in your name required timing that matched your maturity. I am weeping for you because you did not abandon hope entirely, even when hope felt fragile and thin. You may now sense that your environment is responding differently to your presence. Doors that once resisted may now open with welcome, and conversations that once felt strained may now flow with clarity. The wealthy person's final words have created continuity that is now visible in subtle yet undeniable ways. The gift in your name will integrate into your life steadily rather than disruptively. I am weeping for you because I see the confidence that is returning to you, not as arrogance, but as assurance. Do not allow fear of loss to overshadow joy of arrival, because what I have established carries protection within it. The gift released in your name is not dependent on fluctuating opinions or unstable approval. It is anchored in intention that was sealed under my authority. I am weeping for you because you once braced yourself for blessing to vanish quickly, and now you are learning that some gifts are meant to remain. The wealthy person's final words continue to echo, not as memory alone, but as fulfillment in motion. What was spoken has found its destination, and you are standing within the reach of what once felt distant. The gift in your name is not an accident of circumstance, but a deliberate expression of my oversight in your life. I am weeping for you because I know how deeply you longed for evidence that your endurance had purpose. As you step further into this season, remain anchored in gratitude and reflection. The gift released in your name will create opportunities to bless others, and generosity will keep your heart aligned with my intentions. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that continuation would carry compassion forward rather than selfish gain. I am weeping for you because your heart has remained soft even when life pressed against it harshly. You are no longer waiting at the edge of possibility but walking into established reality. Stability is replacing uncertainty, and clarity is replacing confusion. The gift in your name has become part of your present rather than your anticipation. I am still weeping for you, yet my tears now carry celebration, because what was spoken over you has not faded or failed. The wealthy person's final words have found fulfillment, and the gift released in your name is settling into your hands with legitimacy, peace, and purpose that will sustain you beyond this moment. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I intended to show that legacy can flow in directions human logic would never predict. Influence and provision were redirected with intention, and what might have ended quietly has now continued through your life. The gift in your name carries evidence that my oversight extends beyond timing and beyond distance. I am weeping for you because I remember the years when you believed that continuity and favor were reserved for others, while you felt assigned to endure quietly without recognition. Now you can see that endurance was not your final destination but your preparation. The gift released in your name has integrated into your life in ways that feel natural rather than forced, steady rather than unstable. You may notice that anxiety, which once accompanied every new opportunity, has begun to dissolve, replaced by a calm assurance that you are positioned correctly. I am weeping for you because I see the relief that has entered your heart, and I know how long you have carried tension without rest. The wealthy person's final words did not create a sudden spectacle, but a structured unfolding that honors both generosity and wisdom. What was spoken has matured into something sustainable, and sustainability is a sign of my hand guiding the process. The gift in your name is not fleeting or fragile because it has been reinforced through confirmation and protection. I am weeping for you because you once expected every good thing to slip away quickly, and now you are learning to trust stability. There will be continued growth attached to what has been released, because increase often multiplies when stewarded with humility. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that continuation would expand through someone who values gratitude and integrity. The gift in your name will open pathways that stretch beyond immediate provision into broader influence. I am weeping for you, because you never asked for prominence, but only for peace and enough to sustain your responsibilities. As you move forward, remember that what has arrived carries purpose beyond comfort. The gift released in your name is aligned with impact that extends into the lives of others who will benefit from your obedience. I have shaped your perspective through seasons of limitation so that abundance will not alter your compassion. I am weeping for you because I see how carefully you handle what is placed into your hands, and that care protects the future attached to it. The wealthy person's final words continue to stand as proof that I can transform endings into beginnings without losing momentum. What once seemed distant has now become integrated into your everyday experience. The gift in your name may still unfold in layers, yet each layer will confirm legitimacy and alignment. I am weeping for you because the doubt that once shadowed your confidence is fading under the light of fulfillment. There were moments when you questioned whether you were truly chosen for anything beyond survival, yet now you see that survival was only the doorway to stability and influence. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I recognized your capacity to multiply what you receive rather than consume it without thought. The gift released in your name reflects trust placed in your character as much as in your need. I am weeping for you because I watched you remain consistent even when outcomes seemed uncertain. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. You may now find that your environment responds differently to your presence, because alignment shifts perception in subtle yet powerful ways. Opportunities may approach you rather than requiring pursuit, and conversations may carry respect that once felt absent. The gift in your name has strengthened your position quietly, but unmistakably. I am weeping for you because you endured seasons where your value was underestimated, and now recognition aligns with reality. Continue to walk with humility and gratitude, because gratitude keeps increase anchored in peace rather than pride. The wealthy person's final words were not only about provision, but about continuation of generosity through a willing heart. The gift released in your name carries that same spirit of continuation. I am weeping for you because you have always desired to reflect goodness rather than accumulate attention. As this chapter stabilizes fully, you will notice that fear no longer dictates your decisions the way it once did. Stability replaces uncertainty, and clarity replaces confusion. The gift in your name has become part of your identity, not as entitlement, but as responsibility embraced with grace. I am still weeping for you, yet now my tears are tears of joy, because what was spoken over you has been fulfilled with precision and care. The wealthy person's final words have completed their mission, and the blessing attached to them has found its rightful place within your life. The gift released in your name stands as testimony that I remember, I defend, and I elevate according to timing that serves both growth and peace. You are no longer waiting for proof of my involvement, because proof surrounds you quietly but consistently. I am weeping for you because I know how long you longed for confirmation, and now confirmation rests securely within your reach. Walk forward with confidence that is rooted in gratitude, not arrogance. What has been established will continue to strengthen as you steward it wisely. The wealthy person's final words were about you, so that you would understand that even final breaths can carry forward blessing under my direction. The gift in your name is settled, protected, and purposeful, and you are living inside the fulfillment that once seemed distant. I am still weeping for you, yet now my tears celebrate the journey that has led you from uncertainty into enduring stability under my faithful care. The wealthy person's final words were about you because I saw beyond the surface of your circumstances and recognized a heart capable of carrying forward what others might have mishandled. Influence and provision were redirected intentionally, and what could have faded into silence instead found momentum through your obedience. The gift in your name carries the imprint of that sacred redirection, and it continues to produce fruit beyond the moment of its release. I am weeping for you because I remember when you felt disconnected from opportunity, yet opportunity was quietly being secured for you. As you continue walking within this fulfillment, you may notice that stability now feels natural rather than unfamiliar. The tension that once accompanied uncertainty has been replaced by assurance that you are positioned correctly. The gift released in your name is not a fleeting event, but an ongoing source of strengthening and alignment. I am weeping for you because you spent years bracing yourself for loss, and now you are learning to expect continuity instead of collapse. The wealthy person's final words created more than provision, because they established trust that extends beyond their lifetime. That trust was not misplaced, because your character has proven steady under pressure. The gift in your name reflects that trust, and it carries responsibility that you are now fully equipped to handle. I am weeping for you because I saw how carefully you guarded your integrity when compromise might have seemed easier. There will still be growth attached to what you have received, because fulfillment is not static but living and expanding.